안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Thursday's edition of the Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-travel, K-nightlife, K-everything. And today I'm joined by my co-host Bella Kim in the studio. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa, and hello to everyone joining us today on the Culture Wave. I'm Bella, back again to co-host and fill you guys in with the latest in K-entertainment.
Bella, I have a question for you. Where do you like to go during nighttime in Seoul?
Well, I do live by Han River, so I like to take a walk along the river and, of course, enjoy some of the food trucks there and, of course, ramen as well.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, why do you ask, Soa? Would you like to go with me?
Oh, that's a
Join
good idea,
me? Yes.
actually. Yes, why don't we do that next time? But the reason why I brought this up is because we're going to have David come in later into the program to talk about Seoul nightlife.
Oh.
And before that, we're going to talk about K-entertainment. So it's Bella time.
Me time.
So, Bella, for our first K-enter story, we have a K-pop group drawing some special attention on their world tour.
That's correct. Stray Kids have shown us a global stadium artist by drawing international media attention with their world tour. According to the top 20 global concert tours charts recently released by the U.S. performance specialist Pollstar, Stray Kids ranked second, the highest among K-pop artists. The chart rankings are based on average ticket sales revenue per region. Stray Kids set various records by touring global mega venues through their world tour. Stray Kids World Tour dominates, and the tour spanned over 35 regions domestically and internationally, with a total of 56 performances. And out of the 35 host regions, they held stadium concerts in 28 locations, attracting tens of thousands of fans per show. Another K-pop artist who also made this chart is BTS member Jin. He ranked 14th on the chart, the highest among Asian solo artists. And his solo fan concert Run Seokjin EP tour ran from June to August. And Jin's show sold out in so many regions. In particular, the Gyoseradong Osaka shows achieved a perfect sellout, usual for a feat for a Korean solo singer. So very impressive.
Impressive indeed to see two K-pop acts there on the chart. And next up, a film that received global recognition, but also swept some awards domestically.
That's correct. Director Park Chan-wook's black comedy thriller No Other Choice swept this year's Blue Dragon Film Awards. At the 46th Blue Dragon Film Awards ceremony held on Wednesday at KBS Hall in Seoul, the film won in 6 categories. Director Park took Best Director, and the lead actress of the film, Son Ye-jin, earned Best Actress. What was also very notable is that Son Ye-jin's husband, Hyun-bin, also won Best Actor for the movie Harbin as well, making it actually the first time in history of Blue Dragon Film Awards that a married couple has won the Best Actor awards in the same year. No Other Choice also won Best Picture, the Technical Award, Best Music, and Best Supporting Actor for Lee Sung-min as well. Director Park said that this was a dream he had since reading the original novel 20 years ago, and he is very happy to be able to turn this story into a film.
And we are very happy to see that this film is receiving so much love and recognition. And also congratulations again to the Ye-jin Hyun-bin couple.
Yes.
I mean, so much to celebrate for the family.
Definitely.
And speaking of Hyun-bin, he actually will be featuring in a new Disney Plus series.
That's correct. Disney Plus has released a poster and teaser video for its original series Made in Korea. The series exploring 1970s power struggles of South Korea follows the story of Baek Gi-tae, a man who seeks to reach the pinnacle of wealth and power by treating the nation as a business model, and prosecutor Jang Gon-young, who relentlessly pursues him to the edge. Baek Gi-tae is played by Hyun-bin and Jang Gon-young is played by Jung Woo-sung. Disney Plus's original series Made in Korea will offer an immersive and gripping experience through explosive acting synergy and a dense narrative that resonates through the ages. The series will premiere exclusive on Disney Plus with 2 episodes on December 24th, that's Christmas Eve, followed by 1 or 2 episodes every Wednesday, totaling to 6 episodes.
Wow, a K-drama made in Korea, titled Made in Korea. How can you not be curious about this one, especially with this actor lineup? Well, thank you very much, Bella, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now let's move over to our AI anchor Arang for more on the culture front. Arang?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. First Lady Kim Ye-kyung promoted halal-certified Korean cuisine on Wednesday during President Lee Jae-myung's state visit to the United Arab Emirates. Halal refers to food that is slaughtered, processed, and prepared in line with Islamic practices. Kim attended a K-food promotion event held at the Korean Cultural Center in Abu Dhabi, where she visited booths operated by local companies that import Korean products and joined attendees for tastings. Underscoring the expanding global reach of K-culture, she pledged continued efforts to boost K-food exports. As the National Museum of Korea's so-called MUDE's merchandise continues to gain popularity at home and abroad, authorities are stepping up efforts to prevent damage caused by counterfeit products. MUDE's is a term combining museum and goods. The National Museum Foundation of Korea signed an agreement with the Korea Copyright Commission and the Korea Copyright Protection Agency to strengthen copyright protection for MUDE's and promote a fair distribution environment. The 3 agencies will support overseas copyright registration and trademark filings, provide copyright consultations for retail partners, and offer legal assistance when necessary. MUDE's surpassed 30 billion won, which is around $20.4 million in sales from January to October, prompting calls for boosted intellectual property protection. A Chagall painting with a starting price above $6 million will headline next week's Seoul auction sale, where artworks with a total value of almost $20 million will go under the hammer. This will mark Korea's largest single art auction since 2008. Taking place next Monday and Tuesday at Seoul Auctions Gangnam Center. The auction also features masterpieces by Korean modern art icons Kim Won-gi and Yoo Hwan, as well as a towering David Hockney piece over 2 meters tall. K-Auction will follow with its own sale on Wednesday at its Sinsadong headquarters, showcasing key works from Korea's modern and contemporary art scene. Notably, Kim Won-gi's 1954 painting Bridge Treading will make its auction debut. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
If you've been a regular viewer of the Culture Wave since the beginning, you might remember how we had an in-depth introduction to the culture of lightsticks advancing alongside K-pop in our Trend Vibes segment. Now, recently, there's been a clash, though, between fandoms over these cheering sticks. The scale of the conflict is even stronger than past conflicts over fans' use of colored balloons to cheer for their favorite artists. It's even bringing up intellectual property rights issues. Ian Jin tells us what this is all about.
Back in the earlier days of K-pop, fans used yellow balloons to show their fandom for the boy band Zexkis. And on the other side were fans with white balloons, shouting with fervor for HOT. This was a time when different colored balloons were used to show individual fandom identity and to show visible support for their stars at concerts. The culture of cheering with symbolic colors has continued and evolved over the years, from the balloons to glow sticks and today, light sticks. Though the cheering tools have changed, what they signify remains largely unchanged.
Think of it like a placard. This is a light stick, but it's designed to represent the balloons we used to cheer with back in the day.
With the global spread of K-pop, this color-specific cheering culture has also expanded across borders.
I think it's really cool because it's pretty unique to the K-pop industry, and also when you go to a concert, it feels like you're connected to everyone because everyone's got the same.
Accordingly, artist-specific merchandise has become a major source of revenue in the industry, and lightsticks have now established themselves as valuable industrial assets in the global K-pop market. And this is what has triggered a recent conflict over lightsticks between fandoms. The controversy began when the K-pop girl group QWER unveiled its official lightstick. Fans of the boy band The Boys claimed it looked too similar to their group's lightstick, which was unveiled back in 2021. Unlike the past, when disputes over symbolic colors typically remained within fan communities, agencies of both bands have weighed in, turning it into a dispute of copyright issues. Official statements have been made by associations within the entertainment industry. The Korea Management Federation said that the controversy over similarity of lightsticks is a serious issue that has caused unnecessary conflict between fandoms and damaged trust in the industry. While the Korea Entertainment Producers Association said that it is not just a simple dispute over design, but is an issue that even reaches concerns of global market competitiveness, and so the entire industry must come together to resolve it. A point was even raised that there was a need for a system to protect what intellectual property entails and how lightsticks fit in. However, critics say that rather than turning to legal battles, the industry should find a more inclusive, consensus-based resolution.
Isn't it more important to look at this from the perspective of K-pop as a whole? Right now, the discussion about lightsticks is too narrowly focused on the individual issues of each group.
As K-pop fandoms grow not only in loyalty but also in industrial influence, it remains to be seen whether their cheering tools will become part of a more formalized system. 이은진, 아리랑 뉴스.
The night streets in South Korea's capital, Seoul, are bustling as we approach the year-end tourism season. Cafes are packed close to midnight, and late-night buses take tourists around the city. One of the things that surprises foreigners most about Korea is that the city of Seoul never sleeps. Today, we want to delve deeper into this vibrant and safe Seoul nightlife that's become part of K-culture. We'll do that with David Kim, content creator and adjunct professor at the Media Contents Department of Daegu Cyber University. David, welcome back.
Hi, David.
Hello, glad to be here again.
All right, and we're happy to have you back. So there is plenty to do in Seoul day and night, but many foreign visitors and also travel guides do say that Seoul comes alive after the sun sets. So I think David, you also have some content on your YouTube channel that do talk about Seoul's nightlife. So when are those moments when you really think, oh, this is unique to Seoul?
Yes, where do I start? Seoul definitely offers a lot after darkness. And as we all coin Seoul as the city that never sleeps, I think that is really true because there are so many options you can do, even after midnight. And I think to start with, if you're just a foreigner or a visitor in Korea, you could start with the nightlife or the skyline. It's just always lit 24/7. It's very beautiful. But if you actually go into like a more detailed stuff, as a foodie myself, I would personally definitely recommend convenience stores, late night convenience stores. They're the best. You get so many diverse options of food that you can normally not access overseas in that time of the night. Also, as a foodie, again, there are delivery apps that operate 24/7. I've gone to menus such as sushi, to pizza, to whatever you want at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. It's a little embarrassing, but yeah. Also, if you enjoy drinking out, then you can actually drink until sunrise. I would not recommend, but definitely it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience you want to try when you're in Seoul. And on top of that, the cherry on top is that you can go to 24-hour hangover soup spots, haejanguk spots, to actually end the day with some closure. And last but not least, on top of food, there's a lot of entertainment. So personally, I go to a lot of PC rooms, norebangs. You can go to movie theaters that have movies until 3 to 4 a.m. So all of these options just provide a very rich experience during the nighttime.
I feel like we can definitely get along together with the food stuff and
yes.
the karaoke part. Definitely on it with you. Don't be embarrassed. I'm joining you. And since when exactly has Seoul been, as a vibrant city at night? As a creator of KA content, I know you'll be on top of trends, up to date with things, latest things. So do you see any changes from the past in regards to nightlife in Seoul or Korea?
Yes, for sure. I think, to be fair, Korea and Seoul has always been like this. It's always been vibrant at night. We are definitely called the nation or nationality of 음주가무, which is like drinking, dancing, entertainment, and all that. So we've definitely been enjoying our nighttime. But most recently, I think it's become more vibrant because of some policy changes or some economic or environmental changes. For example, I think the most notable one is the night bus. The introduction of the N bus enables a lot of people to just navigate around Seoul, even during very late night hours. And in the old days, you would have to grab a cab or taxi, which would be a very hefty price.
Right.
So you have more accessibility to a lot of places around Seoul. And on top of that, I think because of economic reasons, there have been a lot of unmanned facilities nowadays. So a lot of self-photo studios or norebangs, coin norebangs, PC rooms, they're all now autonomous. No people are actually maintaining the facilities themselves. So in a good way, we could think that we have access to them 24 hours. So we have a lot of options over there. So yeah, I think, those kind of things definitely weigh in when, we are talking about like the 24-hour life in Seoul. And those are the most recent changes. On top of that, I think most recent change is like with the introduction of K-pop Demon Hunters, K-pop and K-culture and drama, a lot of foreigners are flocking over to Seoul. And I think that's the biggest difference for locals as ourselves. I hear a lot of my friends saying, oh, why are there so many foreigners nowadays? So if you actually go out on a Friday night in areas like Hongdae, Itaewon, Gangnam, all these places, sometimes you might see more foreigners than Koreans, and they're partying and drinking. So yeah, that's definitely a big change.
And speaking of foreigners, what many foreign visitors are most surprised about when they, go around the capital Seoul is the safety, how safe it is. And what surprises them the most is everyone just walks along at night feeling safe. And another thing is you can leave your belongings anywhere, like in a cafe, and no one will take away your things, right? And so where do you think this safe atmosphere comes from?
Yes, so first of all, I get stressed whenever a foreigner says, oh, Korea is only safe because of CCTVs and surveillance cameras. It is a fact that we do have a lot of CCTVs, but to debunk that a little bit, there are great cities, bigger cities in the world that have more CCTVs per capita or per landmass than Seoul, but they have higher crime rates. So statistically, that can be debunked. I'm not denying the fact that CCTVs take a big part in the safety aspect, but I would like to lean on a little bit more towards the mindset, the general mindset of the Korean people and Seoulites as well. Because I don't actually know where to pinpoint where it comes from or roots from, but in general, I do think people have a very high moral standard over here, very big moral awareness. They like to be respectful towards other people, and they just have this general rule that don't steal. Like, why are you looking out for other person's belongings? Like, just don't go that way. So definitely those kind of factors weigh in. Maybe it might be rooted from Confucianistic values, whatnot, but I think it's just very grateful to have this general mindset. We have a very big community mindset in Korea. So these factors all just weigh in the safety. Yeah.
That's why there is this term K-양심, which would translate into conscience.
Really?
And I also hear many great stories about foreigners who, for instance, lost their wallet in Korea while they were traveling, and they got it back because Koreans would try to return this to the person. They would go to the next police station or to the next post office. So yeah, I think that K-양심 is something that we can be proud of.
Definitely, yes. And there's so many aspects of Korean nights or Seoul nights. But what do you think makes Seoul's nightlife more noteworthy compared to nightlife abroad?
So we've talked a lot about the food, the entertainment, and the convenience, but I think we need to spotlight a little bit more on the practical side of Seoul. So for instance, if you're a foreigner or if you're a local here that has a medical emergency in the middle of the night, it's it's an emergency. You can't go to the emergency room that's like 1 hour away from your house. So if you do a quick search on Google or Naver, you just can find and locate 24-hour hospitals that are right near you in the vicinity. So it's very accessible. Also, there are 24-hour operating pharmacies as well, so you can get a quick, medication or medicine from them. And just to mention, I'm a dog owner, so my dogs sometimes have medical emergencies, and I was very surprised that there are vets that are open 24 hours as well too. So very human and pet-friendly environments over here in medical-wise. And also, on top of that, if you want to study or maybe focus on work, if you're a night owl like myself, then there are plenty of places you can go, such as unmanned cafes, study cafes, and they just have cozy, quiet vibes where you can definitely focus on just for the price of a cup of coffee.
Right.
You get heating, air conditioning, all that. All throughout the whole night. So I think that is definitely amazing. One additional thing I would like to spotlight is my favorite jjimjilbang culture. So this is very unique. If you go to jjimjilbang, you can get a hot bath. You can just sweat your stress out. You can go to the common area and enjoy some shikke with some ramyeon. There are arcades, comic books. So it's open 24/7 as well too. So I think if you're a foreigner visiting Korea, definitely try out a jjimjilbang for sure.
That's actually an alternative for an accommodation for some people even.
Yes.
Oh yes, definitely. And also nowadays we see a lot of Seoul landscapes, nightlife landscapes in K-content such as K-pop Demon Hunters, which you actually talked about last time you were here. And we see like cities' neon signs or Han River. So how do you think these kind of images come across to foreign visitors or foreign viewers?
Yes, so I was actually surprised myself hearing these kind of anecdotes about like, oh wow, Seoul is so amazing, like the atmosphere-wise. So I think a lot of Korean locals just overlook the beauty of Seoul streets and the city itself. Only just when we heard about them through foreign lenses that we realized, oh, it's so beautiful. And I actually took a good look at the cityscape itself, and it looks very cyberpunk, and it looks very modern and old at the same time. So I think it definitely has its own vibe. It's just like us when we travel to cities like Tokyo, Shanghai, New York. We're just amazed by the lights and the skyscrapers and all that. So I definitely think Seoul has something to offer in similarity with that. But if I were to describe Seoul in my own words, it's definitely very flashy, but also it's very, cozy, it's warm, it's also very hospitable, and there's a somewhat familiar vibe, like compared to places like New York. New York is vast, but Seoul is like, it's very just cozy in my opinion. So I think definitely the blend of old and new is very beautiful. Like if you check out the four city gates or the palace area, you'll see like very old architecture from Seoul and also skyscrapers surrounding it with neon lights. So that is very unique. Also, if you go to Han River, you'll see the bridges lit up and the whole cityscape by the river, which is amazing. So a lot of beautiful nightscapes, yes.
And now there is a term called Seoulbyung or Seoul syndrome, and this has emerged because people that visited Seoul, they really want to revisit and have a desire to come back. So can you tell us a little bit about that phenomenon?
Yeah, so when I heard about the word Seoulbyung, I giggled a little bit because like, Seoul disease, really? Is there a thing like that? I've never heard of it as a local, but definitely with the introduction of K-pop, K-dramas, and the recent K-pop Demon Hunters, which had the locations as Namsan Tower and a lot of locations in Seoul, that definitely led to a lot of people visiting Korea to actually see it for its own eyes. And I think the cleanliness or the convenience they experience straight off the airplane from Incheon Airport to Seoul impresses them, gives them a great first impression in the get-go. And also, like if you look at the photos they post on social media, it's like normal alleyways. It's just normal neon signs we see in Gangnam Station. It's nothing new to us, but they post it as if like, oh, this is so beautiful. And those are scenes that we often overlook. But if you think on the flip side, us Koreans, we go to cities like Paris or Tokyo and we just film random streetways and say, wow, Tokyo hashtag, you know, stuff like that. So I think it's the equivalent of that. But beyond aesthetics, definitely I think there's a lot of perks to foreigners that derive this whole disease, which is, I think, mostly safety. You can roam around without getting endangered or anything. There are reasonable prices. Everything is just very cheap and affordable. And there's just so much to do, like in terms of entertainment all throughout the night. So all of these mixed and combined, I think, make the Seoul syndrome or the Seoul disease. So, and last but not least, the human factor, definitely. Seoul people, Koreans, are just very kind and generous towards foreigners. They want to impress, they like to boast about our city, they have a lot of pride about our country. So the chances are you'll have a very great interaction with the Seoulites themselves.
And finally, David, very briefly, any recommendations for some must-go spots in Seoul during the night?
Yes, for sure. If you're here for the first time, definitely Myeongdong, Hongdae, Itaewon. But if you want to avoid those generic spots, I would definitely recommend a place called Bugak Skyway. You can get a mountain view, total nightscape view of Seoul. It's hard to reach. You have to go by car, but it's definitely worth it. So yeah, go there for a romantic date or something.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, David. I think next time we should talk about K-food someday.
Yes,
I know.
for
You've
sure.
been emphasizing a lot that you're a foodie today.
Oh, I would love to.
All right. Thank you very much, David, and see you next time.
Thank you,
Thank you.
David.
And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'll see you back tomorrow.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Friday at 2 p.m. Korea time and maybe one day here in Korea.